Dear student, we have to study your next problem on this basis of application of simultaneous equation. This is very important problem for your examination. In your examination, this problem is asked for 4 marks, March 2018. Asked for 4 marks. So, first try to understand the meaning of this problem. Read carefully. सुरुवातीला काळजीपूर्वक वाचा आणि त्याचा अर्थ समजून घेण्याचा प्रयत्न करा. या ठिकाणी जर आपण पाहिलं काय म्हटलेलं आहे, a boat takes 10 hours to travel 30 km upstream. This word is very important. Upstream means opposite of the flow of the water. प्रवाहाच्या विरुद्ध दिशेने. And downstream means towards the flow of the water or towards the flow of the stream. याला म्हणायचं अपस्ट्रीम म्हणजे प्रवाहाच्या विरुद्ध दिशेने आणि याला म्हणता येईल प्रवाहाच्या दिशेने. पुन्हा काय म्हटलंय बघा, 44 किलोमीटर डाउनस्ट्रीम but it takes 30 hours 13 hours to travel 40 km upstream and 55 km downstream. So we have to find here what is the speed of the boat in still water. Still water means silent water. स्थिर पाण्यातील बोटीचा काय काढायचा आपल्याला वेग काढायचा. And the speed of the stream, प्रवाहाचा वेग. प्रवाहाचा वेग आणि बोटीचा संत पाण्यातील वेग या ठिकाणी काढायचा आहे. बघा उदाहरण असं आहे, एका बोटीला प्रवाहाच्या विरुद्ध दिशेने 30 किलोमीटर आणि प्रवाहाच्या दिशेने 44 किलोमीटर जाण्यासाठी 10 तास लागतात आणि त्याच बोटीला प्रवाहाच्या विरुद्ध दिशेने 40 किलोमीटर आणि प्रवाहाच्या दिशेने 55 किलोमीटर जाण्यासाठी 13 तास लागतात. तर त्या बोटीचा संत पाण्यातील वेग आणि प्रवाहाचा वेग किती असेल? सो solution of this problem very easy. Let's try to understand easily. We know that let the speed of the boat in still water be x kilometer per hour and speed of steam be y किलोमीटर. या ठिकाणी बघा बोटीचा संत पाण्यातील वेग x किलोमीटर पर आवर गृहीत धरलेला आहे आणि पुन्हा प्रवाहाचा वेग किती y किलोमीटर. and we know that speed of the boat when it goes upstream, speed of boat upstream, it means when the boat goes upstream then x minus y किलोमीटर पर. अपस्ट्रीम म्हणजे प्रवाहाच्या विरुद्ध दिशेने जात असेल तर त्या बोटीचा वेग काय होईल x minus y किलोमीटर पर आवर. and speed of boat when it goes downstream x plus y किलोमीटर. जेव्हा बोट प्रवाहाच्या दिशेने जाते तेव्हा किती होणार तिचा वेग x अधिक y किलोमीटर पर आवर आणि जेव्हा प्रवाहाच्या विरुद्ध दिशेने जाईल त्यावेळेस काय होईल, प्रवाह त्याला अपोज करेल म्हणून त्या ठिकाणी वेग कमी होणार x y किलोमीटर पर आवर. आणि या ठिकाणी प्रवाहाच्या दिशेने आपल्याला माहिती आहे जेव्हा आपण प्रवाहाच्या दिशेने जातो तेव्हा आपला वेग कसा होतो, वाढतो. आणि प्रवाहाच्या विरुद्ध दिशेने जात असाल तर वेग कसा होतो, कमी. दिस इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. So remember it. Then we have to calculate the time, and we know that distance is equal to time into speed. Therefore time is equal to distance upon speed. This is the formula. अंतर बरोबर वेग गुणिले वेळ. वेळ काढत असताना आपल्याला डिस्टन्सला स्पीडने काय करावं लागतं, डिवाइड करावं लागतं. पण पहिल्यांदा लक्षात घ्या, when it goes 30 kilometer upstream, 30 is the distance. When it goes upstream, what is the speed? X minus y. This is the time taken 30 kilometer upstream plus then downstream 44 kilometer. 44 kilometer downstream. What is the speed of downstream? X plus y is equal to total time taken by 10 hours. This is equation first. बघा, प्रवाहाच्या विरुद्ध दिशेने जाताना x minus y हा वेग असतो. प्रवाहाच्या विरुद्ध दिशेने 30 किलोमीटर आहे, 30 भागिले x minus y हा त्याचा वेळ आला प्लस प्रवाहाच्या दिशेने जात असताना 44 किलोमीटर आहे, त्याचा वेग x अधिक y असतो, हा त्याचा वेळ आला. या दोन्ही वेळाची बेरीज म्हणजे किती आहे? 10. बरोबर किती घेतलं? यानंतर लक्षात घ्या सेकंड इक्वेशन. सेकंड इक्वेशन मध्ये काय होऊ शकतं बघा, 40 किलोमीटर अपस्ट्रीम है. 40 किलोमीटर अपस्ट्रीम मींस x minus y divided by plus downstream 55 divided by x plus y downstream. Total time 13 hours. इक्वेशन से प्रवाहाच्या विरुद्ध दिशेने 40 किलोमीटर 40 छेद असताना x वाढवतो आणि प्रवाहाच्या दिशेने 55 किलोमीटर आहे, 55 छेद असताना आपण काय केलं? x आले. बरोबर किती आलं? 30. This is the equation second. From given word problem we have to take here two simultaneous equation. These are not simultaneous equation, but we can convert this equation into simultaneous equation, and by solving these two equation we have to calculate the solution of this problem. Put 1 by x minus y is equal to here and 1 divided by x plus y is equal to n. Then the equations are 30m plus 44m is equal to 10. This is the equation third, and fourth equation is that 40m plus 55m is equal to 30. This is the equation. These are the two equations. For solving these two equations, we have to make the coefficients of any one variable are equal. 30m, here 40m. Therefore, multiplying this equation by 4 and multiplying this equation by 3. याला समीकरण 3 ला कितीने गुणायचं? 4 ने गुणायचं आणि समीकरण 4 ला कितीने गुणायचं? 3 ने गुणायचं. So we can write here multiplying equation third by 4 and equation 4 by 3. Four in bracket 30 year plus 44 year is equal to 10. Means 120m plus 176 here is equal to 40. This is the equation 34s are 120, 44s are 176 here, 4 10s are 40, and 3 in bracket 40m plus 55 here is equal to 13. Therefore 120m 43s are 120 plus 55 3s are 165 here is equal to 39. This is the equation 6. In fifth and sixth equation, coefficients of m are equal, but their signs are also equal. Therefore, subtracting equation 6 from fifth, subtracting equation 6 from 3. बघा या ठिकाणी समीकरण 6 आहे. 5 मधून काय करायचं? वजा करायचं. वजा करत असताना 120m plus 176n is equal to 40. 120m plus 165n is equal to 30. By subtraction here minus plus goes to minus plus goes to minus, here also minus. By changing the sign of second equation, plus minus get cancel. Here 176n minus 165n, 6 minus 5 1, 11n is equal to 1. Therefore n is equal to 1 by n. This is the value of 11, n is equal to 1, therefore n is equal to 1 by 11. Put n is equal to 1 by 11 in equation third. Third equation is 30m plus 44m is equal to 10. Therefore 30m plus 44 into 1 by 11, value of here 11 ones are 11 fours are is equal to 11 therefore 30m plus 4 is equal to 10. 30m is equal to 10 minus 4. 30m is equal to 6. Then what is the value of m? M is equal to 6 by 30 is equal to 1 by 5. Therefore m is equal to 1 by 5. This is the value of m. M is equal to 1 by 11 and m is equal to 1 by 5. Then resubstituting values of m and 1 by x minus y is equal to 1 by x minus y is equal to m. It means 1 by x minus y is equal to 1 by 5. X minus y is equal to 5. This is the first equation. This is the equation 7. Then 1 by x plus y is equal to 1 by x plus y is equal to 1 by 11. It means x plus y is equal to 11. This is the equation 8. X minus y is equal to 5, x plus y is equal to 11. Adding equation 7 and 8. X minus y is equal to 5. X plus y is equal to 11. Plus minus get cancel. 2x is equal to 16. X is equal to 16 by 2 is equal to 8. 2 ones are 2 8s. Then put x is equal to 8 in equation here 7. X plus y is equal to 11. Therefore, x plus y is equal to 11. It means y is equal to 11 minus 8 is equal to 3. Therefore, the value of x is 8 and value of y is 3. It means the speed of boat in still water is 8 km per hour and the speed of the steam is 3 km per hour. This is the solution for given problem. So understand carefully. These are the steps for solving this problem. Lastly, written as therefore the speed of boat in still water is 8 km per hour and speed of steam is 3 kilometer per hour. This is the solution for given one problem. This is very important problem. So I have to understand it. If you have any problem, please tell me. First, read the given problem carefully. And these two words are very important: upstream and downstream. When we go opposite of the stream, then it is called upstream. And when we go towards the stream, towards the way of stream, it is called downstream. These are the two conditions are very important. And remember that this is the formula: time is equal to distance upon speed. By using this formula, we have to calculate two equations. By solving these two equations, by using some methods, we have to here solution of this problem. It means the speed of boat in still water is 8 km per hour and the speed of stream is 3 km per hour. Next problem, for the application of simultaneous equation. We have to given here the perimeter of an isosceles triangle is 30 cm. Isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle, we know that. What is meant by isosceles triangle? When two sides of a triangle are congruent, then that triangle is called isosceles triangle. This is a isosceles triangle. These two sides are congruent. And this is the base. This is the base. And these are two congruent sides. Here, the perimeter of an isosceles triangle is 30 centimeter. The length of its congruent side is 3 more than its base. Find the length of all the sides. It means we have to find out here the length of congruent sides and the length of base. So we have to take here the length of congruent sides px centimeter and length of base by centimeter. Length of congruent side x centimeter and length of base by centimeter. It means here this is the y centimeter and this x centimeter. This is also x centimeter. This is a isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. And we know that perimeter means sum of all sides. By first condition, पहली कंडीशन काय दिली आहे पहा, its perimeter is 30 centimeter. So x plus y is equal to 30. Perimeter of an isosceles triangle, it means sum of all sides. X plus y is equal to 30. It means 2x plus y is equal to 30. This is equation first. Then by second condition, what is the second condition? Second condition is given that the length of its congruent side is 3 more than its base. Length of congruent side means x centimeter. 3 more than its base means y plus 3. Length of congruent side is x. 3 more than its base. 3 more than its base means 3 more than its base. It means y plus 3. Therefore, second equation is x minus y is equal to 3. This is the second equation. By solving these two equations, we have to calculate the length of quadrant sides and length of its base. Then, by adding these two equations, first and second, 2x plus y is equal to 30 and x minus y is equal to 3. By addition, plus minus get cancel. 3x is equal to 33. Therefore, x is equal to 33 upon 3. 3 1 3 1. Therefore, x is equal to x is equal to 11. Then put x is equal to 11 in equation first. 2x plus y is equal to 30. 2 into 11 plus y is equal to 30. Value of x is 11. Therefore, 22 plus y is equal to 30. It means y is equal to 30 minus 22. Y is equal to 8. This is the value of y. It means the length of quadrant side is 11 centimeter. Therefore, write in full sentence. Therefore, the length of quadrant sides is 11 centimeter and the length of base is 8 centimeter in a isosceles triangle. This is answer. This is isosceles triangle. 11 and this is 8. 11 plus 11 22. 22 plus 8, it means its perimeter is 30 and the length of quadrant side is 3 more than its base. This is the solution for given problem. This is application of simultaneous equation. We have to practice here more and more examples depends on the application of simultaneous equation. Solve all the examples in your textbook as well as in other your notes or problem set are given, and then you have to any problem please tell me. याच्यानंतर राहिलेले तुमच्या पुस्तकातले किंवा प्रश्नसंचामध्ये किंवा इतर कोणतं तुमच्याकडे पुस्तकं अवेलेबल असेल त्याच्यामध्ये सर्व प्रश्न सॉल्व्ह करा आणि ज्या काही अडचणी असतील त्या विचारा. सो वी शॅल स्टॉप हिअर.